Hello, and we are starting Chapter 9, Section 9.1, which deals with factors and greatest common factors. We are going to just deal with terms that we have heard of before, but I'm going to go over those just as reminders. Prime numbers, composite numbers, and prime factorization. I'm going to write definitions up here and then give some examples of these. Prime numbers, it's basically a number that only has that's only divisible by 1 in itself. Okay. So it's only factors. Factors are 1 and itself. Okay. Such as example would be 2, 3, 5. Those are all prime numbers. 7, 11, 13, and so on. Composite numbers have more than 2 factors. More than 2 factors. And examples of composites. With 4. Factors are 1, 2, and 4. 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, and continues on forever also. Prime factorization is what we will be doing quite a bit of here starting out with. Prime factorization is just factoring a number down to just primes, or expressing a number as prime numbers. Expressing a number as prime factors. Expressing a number as prime factors. All right, examples of this. 40. If we want to express 40 as prime factors, obviously 40 is not prime, but let's just look at 2 factors of 40. We might have 4 and 10. 4 and 10 are not prime, so keep looking for more factors of these. 2 and 2 for the 4. 10 is going to be 2 and 5. So all your prime factors of 40, 2, 2, 2, and 5. And to express this, you would have 2 times 2 times 2 times 5, or 2 to the third times 5. If I wanted to express a monomial as factored completely, here's an example for that. Let's say we had 18x cubed y squared. All right, this will be, first of all, start with 18, primes of 18. 18, if you're not sure, you can make your factor tree. 2 and 9, 3 and 3. So 18 gets written out as 2 times 3 times 3. And then variables and exponents are quite a bit easier. There shouldn't be much thought in those. You have x cubed, pretty much just means x times x times x. Y squared, y times y. All right, very simple. That is how 18x cubed y squared would be factored completely. Next, I want to talk about our greatest common factors. All right, greatest common factors, just as it says. You're looking at 2 numbers. You're going to write the factors down. And greatest common factors are what we are going to be looking for. So start out with just something pretty simple here. Let's look at the greatest common factor between 24 and 30. We want to find the greatest common factor between 24 and 30. So if you're not sure on these, just list these out as prime numbers, and we can just collect all the ones that are common. So 24, right here's 24. 6 times 4, these are not prime. So then you're going to be looking at the 6 will be 2 and 3. The 4 is not prime, so get that down to prime numbers, 2 and 2. So you're looking at 2 times 3 times 2 times 2 for 24. And I'm going to put these in order. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So again, you can just check your work. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, 8 times 3 is 24. List all the factors of 30. And if you can't do that, just use your factor tree. 6 times 5 is 30. 5 is prime. I'm going to circle it. 6 breaks down to 2 and 3. So then your factors of 30, 2 times 3 times 5. Those are your prime factors. And now we want to look at what's common. Well, the 2's are common. Another group of 2's are common. And that is it. There's nothing else. You have a 2, 3, and a 5. Those are not common. So your GCF would be 2 times 2, which of course simplifies to 4. The greatest common factor between 24 and 30 is 4. Alright, what happens if we put some variables in these then? It's just going to look a little bit different, but the variables will not make it challenging. It's just a little different. Let's say we are looking for the greatest common factor between 18x squared y cubed and let's do 27x y to the 4th. Alright, so again we just want to list these, factor these completely, and then just look for things that are common. If you're not sure on what to do for factoring 18, break it down in a tree. Here's 18. Two factors of 18 are 2 and 9. 2 is prime, 9 is not. 3 times 3 will be 9. So 18, you're going to have 2 times 3 times 3 times x times x times y times y times y. That is factored completely. Do the same thing as 27, factor 27 completely. Again, if you're not sure on 27, you can use the factor tree. Two factors of 27 are 9 and 3. 3 is prime, 9 is not. 3 times 3 times 3 would be 27. So 3 times 3 times 3 times x times, you got 4 y's. Alright, look at your common factors. 3's are common. Again, the 3's are common. You have a set of x's. And then there's y's. Alright, so list all these out. 3 times 3 times x and 3 y's. And we could simplify this out to be 3 times 3 is 9 times x times y cubed, and again 9x y cubed. That would be your greatest common factor. All right, I have an assignment for you, worksheet 523, 524. If you have questions, you know how to contact me, either email, text, Zoom meetings. We can go over these. Thank you.